Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. I call myself the Frosted Maple here on YouTube. If you're new here, welcome. If you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. In this vlog, what I'd like to do is give you an update on some things I'm doing in my garden. Now, I have a Saskatoon berry bush. Well, at least in Canada, it's called a Saskatoon berry bush. In the United States of America, I believe it's called a, what's it called? Service berry. Wow. Sorry, it's after work and my brain just like short-circuited there. So serviceberry is what I believe it's called in the USA. But up here in Canada, it is called a Saskatoon berry bush. So I only have one berry bush and it's been struggling with something called juniper rust for the past couple years. What it is there's juniper in the area that has an infection and my little berry bush has contracted it. I've cut it back pretty aggressively in an attempt to get rid of the juniper rust. Unfortunately, as long as the affected juniper is in the area, then my berry bush is going to suffer. So I wasn't too sure how many berries I would get this year because, like I said, I aggressively pruned it back in my attempt to get rid of the juniper rust. And this year I have been pleasantly surprised. I got a lot of berries. So let me show you. Okay, so here is my haul, or my harvest haul. I was able to can 5 jars of Saskatoon berries in a simple syrup. I just do water bathing and they turned out great. And look at this, 3 containers of frozen Saskatoon berries. So, and these containers are stuffed. Look at that. Look at all those berries. So this will definitely last me the winter. As you can see, I had a lot of Saskatoons this year, and I am very happy with the canning, how that turned out, and with the freezing. I think that's a nice balance. The canning I can leave in the cupboard for years to come. And the frozen berries, well, I will pull them out periodically and just throw them into smoothies and in yogurts and whatnot throughout the winter, and they will be a delicious summer treat in the middle of winter. I did eat a fair bit of berries, not a whole lot, a couple bowl sizes, about, a good size bowl with some whipped cream. Delicious. I would highly recommend it, but I did, restrain myself and didn't eat them all because I think we've all been berry picking where it's like one in the basket, one in my mouth, one in the basket, one in my mouth, and then at the end of it, it's like, yeah, I'm full, and I didn't get as many berries as I thought. Not this year. I did great this year. I restrained myself and managed to put aside quite a lot of berries, so I'm very happy about that. Now, let me show you what's happening with my zucchini. Yeah. So as you can see, my peas are done, and my zucchini, even though it's, or at least I thought it was a zucchini, it's not. Look what I found. It's a slicing cucumber. Oh my goodness. So I have 1, 2 cucumbers coming. And she's looking a little worse for wear. So yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there. Too much water, not enough water, I'm not too sure. But there we go. Surprise! It wasn't zucchini I planted. I got a kick out of that. I knew something was up when I saw the flowers, and I thought, wow, like those zucchini blossoms are really small. That's unusual. And so I wasn't too sure if I had just picked up a strange variety of zucchini. And I went looking through my garage. It's where I store all the little plastic tags that come in the pots and the extra pots. So I went digging through there, and sure enough, I found the zucchini marker, and it was stuck together, and I separated them, just gave them a little slide, and sure enough, the one that popped out was slicing cucumbers. And as soon as I saw the picture, I realized, oh, I didn't plant zucchini. I planted slicing cucumber. So I have 2 cucumbers, as you can see. They're just small cucumbers. I don't know how large they're supposed to get, but I think I'm going to let them go for a couple more days. It doesn't appear that I have any more cucumbers coming. So I am just going to pull them off at the end of the week here, and I'm going to make a refrigerator pickle or a bucket pickle. Just keep in the fridge and help myself too. As you can see with the peas as well, the peas are done. I didn't get very many peas. Now, the reason that I planted the peas this year in a container on my deck is every year I plant the peas in my garden and they get eaten by a rabbit. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to remove the peas from the rabbit and they should do fine. But the peas were quite spindly. I don't know if peas are supposed to be that way. My memory of peas from my grandmother's garden growing up were that the vine was quite lush, heavy foliage, and we used to grab all the peas and eat them. So I don't know if it was a particular variety of pea that she grew, but every time I've grown peas, they just don't turn out all that well. And this year I only got 7 or 8 pea pods, so not a whole lot to work with. What I've wound up doing is wound up. What I've ended up doing is just eating the peas. So I pull them off the vine, crack them open, and throw them into salad or stir fry, whatever it is I'm making. Or I just have a little group of peas with my sandwich. That's what I do anyways. Now onto the potatoes and the beets. I want to show you what's happening there. All right, so here we have the beets and the potatoes. As you can see, everybody is looking lush and green. They're really coming in well, so I'm happy with how this bed turned out. Also too, I moved a few of the cabbages that I had planted out on the deck. They outgrew their pods, so I popped them in and interspersed them in this bed where I had a little bit of room at the edge. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get any cabbages this year because I don't even see the beginning of a cabbage head in the cabbages. In fact, they're quite tall and leafy, so I'm not too sure what's up with that. But as you can see, I have a ton of beet leaves, so I am going to have to do something with those very soon. With the beet tops, the beet greens, and with Swiss chard that I have growing in my garden, what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to start to cut some of those, and I'm going to start to blanch them and freeze them. So I just freeze them in Ziploc freezer bags. I pre-portion them usually in 100 or 200 gram portions. And I freeze them and then I pull them out throughout the winter. I throw them into soups, stews, quiches, omelets, anything really. I just throw them in and they're delicious and nutritious. So I'm definitely going to stock up my freezer again this year with those. And with how much I have growing, I'm going to start to put a little bit aside now. I won't take too much because obviously I want the beets to keep growing. They've still got quite a ways to go before I pull them out of the ground. The potatoes as well, you'll notice with the potatoes, there's not a lot of flowers on the potatoes because my sister-in-law gave me this tip where she was reading online or got from somewhere that if you pinch off the flowers, the potatoes will continue to produce. So that's what I did, is I took her advice. I pinched off the flowers off of most of the plant, and I am hoping to get more potatoes down below. But I won't know until, well, closer to September, I'm thinking. Yeah. So anyways, that is it for me today. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope that you are happy and healthy. And if you planted a garden, let me know what's coming in. Do you guys have tomatoes ready to go? What are you canning? Are you canning anything? Are you freezing, or are you just going out to your garden and enjoying it and just eating stuff fresh from there? Yeah, let me know down below. All right, I'll talk to you all later. Take care, everybody. Bye.